downloaded the driver we're going to need to use to make our connection from our Java code to our MySQL database. So I went ahead and created a Eclipse project. I called it Database Practice, and I just set up a standard one here. I put my public static void main into it, and I added two static final, which are really constants for our application. One is our JDBC driver, this com.mysql JDBC driver, and another one is our database URL, which we're going to use a JDBC connection, Java database connection, to connect to a MySQL database. We are going to connect to it on a local host, so the IP address is 127.0.0.1, and then the slash with the name of the database we're going to connect to. So this is the database server, and that's the database. So 127.0.0.1 is local, and Sequila is the name of it on that piece. But we're going to get to that piece in a second. So what I need to do is register this driver. So I need to be able to make it available. So we're going to do what's called class.for name. That's a capital M on that. And we are going to tell it we want to register this particular driver. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And that's fine. We're going to get an error because we might not be able to find this particular driver. So if I'm going to go ahead and surround that with a try catch, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and give this a run. What we found right now is we have a class not found exception. So we're trying to use the classes or the information that's in this driver library, and it can't find that because our project is not aware of where those particular drivers sit. So let's go ahead and clean up this particular error. I'm going to right click my project name up here. I'm going to go down to build path. This is where we make all of our corrections to what does this particular application that we're building, or this project we're building, what does it have visibility to? So we're going to configure our build path. We're going to look on here, we're going to find our library tab over here on the build path, and we're going to add an external jar file. And remember, we downloaded that MySQL driver to our downloads folder. So let me back up here a second. So we'll go to downloads. And if I just do a search for MySQL, it'll pull that up there. And we downloaded actually two of them. So one was an older version, but I want the 8.0, and there's that jar file. Notice that Eclipse is recognizing that that is a valid Java jar file or library that I can now use within my application. So I'm going to go ahead and open that one, which will add that to the build path. So now my build path has the Java code and also has that MySQL connector jar. I can apply and close. And now if I run this, I won't get any errors, but it does tell me that the driver, the MySQL JDBC driver, this is deprecated. Deprecated means that it's no longer supported. The new driver is this MySQL one. So we're going to change our driver right here, this class name, in both of these spots. And we'll go ahead and run that again. And we should get past with no errors. We are now connected to, or not connected, we now have our driver in scope for what we can do. And we're going to go ahead and make our connection to our database in the next video. Thank you.